Yo, what's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? How's it going today? All right, let's turn the music down. What's going on? Nice little opportunity this weekend, guys. Nice little opportunity. So, if you're new here, welcome aboard, right? Welcome aboard. What I will say is, yesterday, I kind of designed this thesis of this bull pennant here, okay? So, and I did say, we got a bit of a spinning top candle right now, but I did say that we're likely going to, we could come down here to the bottom of the bull pennant around $115,000. And we would still be inside this bull pennant. Hell, we could fall below it. We could come all the way back down to the previous high at $111,700 and then wick right to test this support and then wick right back up again into this bull pennant. That could happen today or tomorrow, right? Now that's not a long-term or even a medium-term bearish thing. That would actually be healthy. A retest of this would be healthy if it happened. A drop down to about 115,000 staying inside this bull pennant would also be healthy, right? And it would give you guys an opportunity to DCA. I got asked a lot of questions yesterday. A lot of people were asking me if they should DCA, what they should be DCAing into yesterday and the day before. And I said, well, me personally, I'm not DCAing. I wasn't DCAing yesterday or the day before for obvious reasons, right? However, today, what I said last night was wait until tomorrow, see where the market's at, because it's probably going to be a little bit red, then DCA, right? So now we have a little bit of red, not much, not really much to speak of, a little bit. So now's the opportunity to scoop some stuff up. I mean, most of you guys, if you're holding the right projects right now, I'll tell you right now, as opposed to where we were a week ago today, last Saturday, compared to last Saturday, my portfolio today is way higher than it was last Saturday. And yours should be too, right? At this point, if you're holding the right kind of projects, right? So, that being said, this is a healthy kind of thing, guys. Healthy, right? Let's bounce inside this bull pennant. To be honest with you guys, we're actually more bullish right now than I was anticipating. Like I said yesterday, I was anticipating a drop down somewhere around $115,000 around the bottom of this bull pennant, and up to this point, we just haven't gotten it. We could get it later tonight or even tomorrow, because tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow is a big day. We got our weekly close. So we could see us pull down to 115-ish sometime over tonight or tomorrow. If we don't, even more bullish, right? So, but I am not expecting the breakout of this bull pennant here until around Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday, but probably Tuesday. Monday is usually an outlier. Monday is usually kind of, the opposite of what the week will be. As we saw last week, as we saw last Monday, Monday was very, very red. And then the rest of the week, we just pumped like crazy, right? So Monday could be red, could be whatever, and then the rest of the week, boom again, right? So that's why I say we'll probably see this breakout sometime, probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. My target out of here eventually is between 125 and 126K. However, I do believe that we'll have a little bit of a pit stop right around hang on. I know you're sitting there right now going, come on, Rob, come on. So we could have a pit stop somewhere around here, right in that box, somewhere between 120 and 121, because 120 could act as a significant level of resistance because it's a psychological level. But I tend to think that $125,000 is going to be more of a significant level. Personally, I think this level, $125,000, can be more psychological than 120 is, right? But we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. What do we got? We got one super chat to start the stream. Strawberry Dragons, of course. Time to DCA more. Red days are the best. Well, thank you, Rob, for being here. Hey, I got your back, Strawberry Dragon. I thank you for being, again, I'm pretty sure yesterday you were the first one to drop a super chat as well. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel, as always. Okay, let's get into the chat a little bit, see what's going on out there. Who's bearish? Who's bullish? Paul, good to see you, my friend. Jake the Snake. Roberto Mas in the building. Nadix is a steal of a deal right now. Once your swing trade wraps up, I will be DCing into that for Myria. Nice. There you go, brother. There you go. Bell, happy DCA weekend. Gotta finish packing those bags. Hell yeah. J Money's in the house. Bulbasaur, first Pokemon of the day. Scooping up the last bit of coins to fill my bag today, and then I'm done. There you go, man. Spuds, what's going on, buddy? J Money says, at work, getting overtime and listening to you can't get no better. There you go, man. Get paid to listen to Alpha. Easy, yo, I'm scared of all these gains. Danny, what it do, baby boo? I sold early because the market dumped. Woe is me. Lies. William, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. H. Barbarina in the house. Mario, happy Saturday, Crypto Future family. May our God bless you and all, and enjoy Funkadelic Jam. There you go. Young Eldor, XLM said XRP, hold my beer. Yeah, what is XLM doing today? It was going crazy yesterday. Suku's having a nice run. XLM is kind of on par with the rest of the market right now. Nice. Beebs, my dude. What's up, man? David, what's up, killers? Gonna blast the top before long. There you go, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel on the way in. It helps the channel grow. It costs you absolutely nothing. It is absolutely free, guys. So go ahead and help us out. It'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's feed that algo, guys. Let's feed the algorithm. Let's get it pumping, get it bumping, big things popping, little things stopping. We got, what do we got? Only 167 people watching. We have 51 likes. Let's get to our first goal, guys. Let's get to 100 likes. 100 likes. Let's go. Alpaca, hold in tight, or hold in night. There you go. Lily, what's going on? I love the music, Rob. Thank you. Thank you. I am Jasmine. We're all Jasmine. Remember, Rob never sells his Bitcoin and his spell token. Beebs, Franklin Templeton, and Circle invest nearly $500 million in U.S. Treasuries on the Stellar network. There you go, man. Absolutely bullish on XLM. Funky, XLM staying green. Woo, yeah, 2.1% up. Hey, green is green, right? We will take it, man. Colton, next week should be a lot of fun. I hope so, man. I'm really hoping it's not a nothing burger. I'm really hoping that. Lord of the Realm, what's going on, man? That's the thing, guys. The fact that we're kind of a tiny bit red and consolidating over the weekend is actually a good thing, right? It leads the way for more upside next week. If we were continuing to pump through the weekend, I would be a little bit concerned for next week. That would read to me as crypto week's going to be a nothing burger. Market's been pumping for you know, all week and then into the weekend. Probably going to see a red week next week. So it's kind of good that we're taking a rest stop here on the weekend and consolidating, building a level of support, and then we can continue up next week. That to me is very, very bullish. So absolutely. Andy, thank you so much, buddy. Great open mic last night, Rob. Last chance to buy your favorite gems. Back the truck up. Hell yeah, guys, you're running out of time. That's absolutely right. Guys, listen, I told you guys yesterday, I said, this is the start of the final leg up of this bull run, right? The next 5 months is all you have. You're going to have some corrections along the way, but those corrections are going to still be at higher prices than they're at right now. So, for example, I mean, all of these altcoins, even just right now, altcoins pumped for what, 2 days, 3 days? Right now, even though they're correcting a little bit, they're at higher levels than they were last week. So they're currently building higher levels of support right now, right? So if we pump again, which I think we will, going into next week, and Bitcoin does break through 121 and gets its way up to 125, 126 next week, what do you think altcoins are going to do? They're going to climb up and they're going to start building new levels of support as well. And then you're not going to have prices where they are now. You're going to be buying them at higher prices, right? So get in where you fit in, guys. Get in where you fit in. Running out of time. Hybrid Dad, let's go. Stay locked in. We're about to take off. God bless. Absolutely. Beebs, Marshall Hayner, founder of XPR, said to Elon, are you talking about Elon? If you need a CEO who deeply understands crypto technology and the culture of X to step in, let's talk. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I am a big XPR guy. Fozilla, what's going on, man? I'm ready for greatness. Let's do it. Ari, hope everyone's day is going awesome. Took some opportunities to DCA today. I'm going to see if I can squeeze in some time for us to connect today, Ari, so we can have that chat. So I'll DM you over on the Patreon. Kai, what's up, buddy? DJ Rob putting us in a trance through this beats before the live. There you go, over the top. What's happening, man? Go time. Good to see you, brother. Thozilla, I've been DCAing for 3 years already. I'm DCA'd out or what? Beebs, he said, I'll take the same deal with Tesla. Pay me nothing until I show economic success. I'll marry the technology. There you go. That would be awesome. Hey, that's good. That would be a massive, massive announcement for XPR, man. Holy smokes. I can cross my fingers on that one, man. Jared, happy Saturday, buddy. Took the buying opportunity today. Can't wait to see where we end up in July. Yo, Mars. I feel loon. Hybrid Dad, 111,000 is still higher than where it was at. 100,000 perspective is key. Yeah, it's some people it's never enough, right? Some people it's never enough. I feel like we're entering. Guys, remember, it was just 2 weeks ago. Just 2 weeks ago that we literally had somebody in the chat on the live stream telling me that I was wrong and that Bitcoin was going down to $96,000. You guys remember? $96,000. We're sitting at $117,378. Perspective, right? Yo Mars, I feel like we're entering the territory of stopping our DCAs. Sorry for you're absolutely right. We're starting to get close to that, right? Honestly, guys, like people are saying, like next week's going to be exciting, guys. Here's kind of let me tell you what I think is going to happen here, okay? Let me break it down for you a little bit. What I think is going to happen for Bitcoin. Actually, we're going to go over to. We'll do it on TradingView, okay? All right. So look at the total too, by the way. This is the altcoin market cap. Look at that perfect textbook breakout of the bull flag, which isn't done, by the way, from the bottom. The breakout on the bull flag's going to lead us. We got a little bit higher to go, a little bit higher. We could end up 1.35 trillion before we take a little bit of a rest stop. We'll see what happens. That's the most conservative target. But let's go over to Bitcoin for a second. I want to look at something. So look at that perfect bull flag breakout on Bitcoin as well. Beautiful, beautiful. So here's what I think is kind of going to play out here, guys. All right. So bear with me. I think we're going to continue our way up until we get to around where are we? August. So we're going to run up through August and September, right? That's what I think. Now it's not going to go straight up like this. I'm just being, just being a little bit of an example, right? We're going to work our way up here through August, July, and August. Then I think we're going to see that dump in September, that sell in May, walk away type dump in September. Okay. So if we can hit some of our exit price points in July and August, we're going to take some profits. Now you have to be on the Patreon to benefit from this, right? But we're going to take profits because I do think we're going to see that correction into September. And then from September, I think we're going to go up October, November, and I think we're going to end right around we're going to top somewhere around the end of November, maybe the first week of December, but probably close to the end of November. That's going to be your cycle top, in my opinion. And then we're going to work our way down into a bear market after that. That's how I see the rest of the year playing out. So if you want help navigating this and making sure you get out of this space with your profits and everything, get over to the Patreon, guys, right? Because we're running this, baby. We are running it. It's going to be phenomenal. What do we got? We got more super chats to get into. There she is, Gamma Goddess. Just waking up. 50 push-ups for me and my 3-year-old. Yep, get gains together. Fit, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy portfolio. Right? Absolutely. That's because you were up so late on the open mic over on the Patreon. Beebs, thanks for all you do. You are appreciated. Nothing but the best. Beebs, love you, brother. Absolutely. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Brian, Rob, you taught me to practice. You taught me patience in DCA, and it's totally paid off. Hey, that's what we do, man. That's what we do. We're going to make that. And just wait. If you guys are excited now, wait until like the end of August and then the end of November. Holy smokes, are you guys, your lives are about to change forever, guys. Your lives are about to change forever. And you know why? People thank me all the time. It's not me, guys. All I'm doing is showing you how the cow eats the cabbage. You guys are the ones who are listening to patience and consistency, right? You guys are the ones sticking to that plan. It's not easy, right? A lot of people fail at that. A lot of people get emotional and they get angry when things are red. You guys didn't do that. You guys stayed consistent and you stayed patient. So at the end of the day, don't thank me. Thank yourselves, right? For trusting the process and sticking with it at the end of the day. Though super chats are very, very much appreciated, however. So yes. What do we got? What else do we have here? Where was I? Big C, ready and waiting, fuel the rocket ship. There we go, man. AVAX and Alt, biggest gains, rise and respect. Nice. Bulldog lifts. Kindle, Zbeck Network, who claimed they had partnerships with Ripple, straight up Photoshop old picture and slapped themselves not looking good. Kindle, you got to stop drinking the Kool-Aid, brother. Where's the original? If you're saying that it was a Photoshopped picture, first of all, where's the original picture without Zbeck's team in it? Have you seen it? Or are you just saying that because someone told you that? Some other YouTuber told you that, first of all. Second of all, I would say to you that 2 weeks ago, Zbeck haters were saying the same thing about Zbeck, and now they look stupid, right? Because Zbeck ran up on a monster run after they called it a scam, and now they're quiet, right? So what you're saying right now, I'll just put a word of caution out there. I mean, you're free to have your opinion. it might not age very well, and you might not feel very intelligent later, right? Do your research on projects before you say things. Don't just listen to other YouTubers and then repeat what they say. Do your research. That's what I would recommend, man. It helps avoid looking stupid later by making, comments, and then you don't have to disappear from the chats of YouTube live streams because you're embarrassed about what you were saying a week ago, right? So just a word of caution, man. Always do your research. AF, thanks for guidance, brother. DCA, Samiria, and Nadix. Nice. Yoda, we are so back, baby. Over the top, just curious, what's your sleep schedule look like, and what will change if will it change? My sleep schedule, I only sleep about 5 or 6 hours a night on average. I can't sleep longer than that. I try to. Sometimes I don't set my alarm, but my body just wakes up, right? I just get up and I toss and turn. And yeah, it'll probably change. It'll probably change as as we get into the parabolic phase. So Jose, what's up, man? Good afternoon. What do we got? We got more super chats. There she is. Gamma Goddess again. Exactly. The open mic's fault. I love our fam. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I went to bed at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had passed over the hosting duties to Jason at about 3 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know how late you guys stayed up going, but Big Bardo, thank you for all your guidance, brother. Followed you since November and learned so much. Y'all, if y'all aren't on the Patreon, you're missing out. Thank you so much, brother. And I agree. Absolutely, man. Where are we? AF, come on, guys. Appreciate Rob and like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, where are we at? How many people we got? 233 people watching, and we have 78 likes. Let's get to 100, guys. Let's push for 100. Greatly appreciated. What else do we have? Overcome. What's going on, man? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. Oh, House, working an 18-hour shift and get a little more dry powder. One last buy. There you go, man. DCA until your bags are all green, and then sit on your hands, baby. Andrew, been here since February. Let's rock it. Peace and blessings to Rob and the community. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much, man. David with a Y. What's going on, brother? Milk Money. I'm backing up the jet. I'm backing up the Prius. Ty, what's going on, buddy? Working overtime. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear. Ray, what's up, buddy? Adding to my bags during this consolidation. Listening to everything you have to say. Not just I want to hear. I'm here to learn. There you go, brother. There you go. If you're not on the Patreon, man, I highly recommend you get over there if you want to learn, because we're doing a lot of teaching over there, man. A lot of teaching. We're doing swing trades. We're making money, man. Carlos, Rob, can you look at Swift's chart? I suppose I could do that. I reckon. All right, Swift's chart. Swift's finally breaking out of its descending channel. See? Swift's currently in a breakout right now. It could potentially come all the way back down and retest the top trend line before continuing, but I don't think it's going to. I think it's building right now where it is. I think it's building some support, and I think it's headed up, man. It is headed up. It's going north, baby. Glad I DCA'd into some Jasmine last week. There you go, man. Yeah, Jasmine's having a good week also. Alright, sounds good. I can leave. I leave for a cruise tomorrow. Oh yeah, then we'll have to chat today then. Kindle, I got a feeling Zebic will dump hard Monday. They lied about Kindle. I'd highly suggest you don't invest based on your feelings, right? So yeah, they need to be more transparent with their community. My friend, they literally do a spaces every single week. every single week they do a Spaces and they discuss all the topics that people want to know about, right? They answer questions. You literally cannot, as a project, be more transparent than that. I will, in fact, bet, Kindle, that you are probably invested in some projects that you don't even know who the teams are, right? You're being twisted by your echo chamber right now. Put aside what everybody's telling you. Put aside what you're hearing from whatever source you're getting it from. Go do research on Zebek. Look into what's legitimate. Kindle, I literally did a video about 4 days ago proving that every single piece of FUD that's going around about Zebek is not true. I proved all of it, right? So you got to get out of your echo chamber, man, and you got to start learning to do your own research. You really, really got to. That's all I can really say, man. Yo Mars. Just a thanks for your hard work. Hey, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Gamma, I left when you came in and said goodnight to us. Oh, nice. Yeah, 3 o'clock was enough for me, man. 3 o'clock was enough for me. Where are we here? Where are we? Milk Money, baby making music. Wow. We all just got really lucky through this whole bull run. No sweating involved. There you go. Exactly. David, still don't understand how people want to argue with you when you have a crystal ball. It's because they're stuck in echo chambers, right? And people are more concerned with their egos and like, I want to be right about this project being a scam so bad that I'm willing to lose money, to lose out on opportunity for my ego, right? And I mean, Kindle's comments, the very first line in what he said told you everything you needed to know about where he's coming from, right? And the first line was, I have a feeling. He's literally functioning off of his emotions and openly saying it. And he doesn't, the funny thing is, he probably doesn't even realize he's functioning on his emotions. He'll probably say, I'm not emotional at all. Here's the slogan. What's the slogan, guys? I'm only calling it like I see it. I'm only talking facts, right? That's the slogan of the emotional investor. Green Tea, what's going on? Good afternoon, Robin fam. Took time away from my vacation, but I managed to catch that awesome Patreon swing trade, guys. Get on the Patreon. Yeah, that was a fantastic trade. It's still going, too. It's still going. David, hey, Rob, glad to be here. TA on Cookie. Suppose we could look at Cookie. Do I have Cookie up? Nope. Okay. Cookie. Let's look at Cookie. Oof. We've been doing a lot of TA on Cookie. So if we zoom out a little bit here, yeah. So we have our breakout, but it's retesting the top trend line. Your breakout, you're going to have a little bit of resistance, probably around 23 cents. But ultimately, you're in the middle of a breakout. So it's Cookie's looking good. It's going to go on a good run. It's going to go on a good run. Your next level of resistance probably up here, just a hair under 40 cents, right? So, yeah, Cookie's about to go on a nice run. Everything's about to go on a nice run, guys. Pretty much everything, right? Honestly, you know what you have here, right? I don't know if you guys can notice this or not, but you know, can you guess what this is? What's that, guys? You got a cup and handle going on right now on Cookie, right? So if the cup and handle plays out, you're looking at a run somewhere probably around your run on, yeah, right around resistance, right around 40 cents is your breakout on this cup and handle that is likely going to play out. So something to keep an eye on, guys. Something to keep an eye on. David, thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated, super sticker. Guys, holy smokes, you guys are really supporting the channel today. It's greatly appreciated, man. D-Worm, what's going on, man? Media Solutions, Digitization Solutions, ISO 200.22 going live on Monday. is a global standard for financial messaging that's transforming how banks, businesses, and payment systems communicate. BTC, XRP, HBAR are compliant. Yes, that's a good thing in the long run, right? In the big picture, good thing for ISO tokens. I want to preface by saying that. However, don't expect a massive pump that day because ISO goes live, right? So I just want to preface that because a lot of people are going to be disappointed. They're expecting some massive pump out of it. Just be careful, right? Big C with the super chat. Rob, can't thank you enough, my friend. I'm forever grateful. I just had twins and looking forward to dropping more soon, brother. Nice. You just had twins. Congratulations, man. Holy smokes. Double the work. Less than half the sleep. Holy smokes. That's awesome, man. Twins are a blessing, my friend. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. Super fantastic. Hangman, 520 days after the Bitcoin halving is around the last week of October. This year will be the peak. Everything snowballs afterwards. Yes, you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I actually have something on that note. I'm going to jump out of the chat briefly because I want to show you guys something here just because it's a good segue, right? I believe, and just like Hangman said, guys, this bull run's going to end this year. It is going to end this year, but I want to show you something. This is the kind of thing that's going to get people wrecked in this cycle, okay? This is what I'm talking about. It's starting already. You're starting to hear this whole narrative of no bear markets, that stuff's not going to happen. Watch this, guys. Michael Saylor spreading misinformation.
How do you expect the asset to continue a price increase at these levels that we've seen? I mean, can it keep that up over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years? And at what point do we see, winter coming again? Because that's been a permanent fixture of this asset class, right? It's gone from 0 or 1,000 to 20, and then back down to 3 or 4, and then up to 50, and then back down to 15, and now up to 110. Like, when does it drop again?
Winter's not coming back. We're past that. We're past that phase. If Bitcoin's not going to 0, it's going to $1 million. And you have all the...
Now, real quick, guys, real quick before I continue. Now, he's right when he says Bitcoin's not going to 0, it's going to $1 million. He's correct when he says that, right? In my opinion. However, for him to tell people that crypto winter's not coming, no bear market's coming, it's going to completely wreck people. Completely wreck people. Yes, it is, right?
Evidence you need to determine that, right? The President of the United States has determined he supports Bitcoin. The cabinet supports Bitcoin. Scott Bessent supports Bitcoin. Paul Atkins has shown himself to be an enthusiastic believer of Bitcoin and digital assets. Kentez at CFTC feels the same way. The banks are going to custody Bitcoin. Bitcoin has gotten through its riskiest period. The accounting has been corrected. There's now only 450 Bitcoin a day available for sale by natural sellers. That's the miners. At this level, that works out to about $50 million of Bitcoin available for sale every day. If that $50 million is bought, then the price has got to move up to find any seller that's price sensitive. Now, if you do the math, you'll actually see the Bitcoin treasury companies by themselves are buying the entire natural supply.
Yeah. BlackRock
and the ETFs are buying another measure of that. And we've got nation state actors coming into the space. So I think when Bitcoin rallies, if it surges to 500,000 or $1 million, then maybe we could talk about it crashing down by $200,000 a coin. But at the current price levels, it only takes $50 million to turn the entire drive shaft of the crypto economy one turn. And you've got the Trump media organization announcing $2.5 billion. You've got GameStop announcing $500 million. You've got my company that's raising billions and billions of dollars. So the writing is on the wall. Bitcoin's moving higher.
Yeah, in the long run, Bitcoin is moving higher. It's going into a bear market, guys. There's a lot of stuff that He doesn't want Bitcoin. You have to understand something. He doesn't want Bitcoin to go into a bear market. So he's trying to convince people not to take profit so that it doesn't add to the selling pressure, right? Guys, if you believe this, listen, people were saying the same thing in 2021, okay? That there was not going to be a bear market for Bitcoin. The reasons were different, but the conviction was the same, right? So, listen, this is a dangerous narrative, guys, that got a lot of people wrecked in the last cycle. The people who took profits and got out of the market are the ones who won in the last cycle. So which one are you going to be? Listen, when Bitcoin's price starts to drop because people start taking profits, the 4-year cycle comes to an end. Okay? Bitcoin's price starts to plummet down. What do you think the board members are going to, the shareholders are going to start saying to MicroStrategy or to Michael Saylor in Strategy when the stock starts crashing because Bitcoin starts crashing? See, the thing that people are not realizing is that the price of the stock of Strategy has been correlated to the value of Bitcoin continuing to go up. And as Bitcoin continues to drop, you can't have one side of correlation without the other, right? You got to take the crookeds with the straights. So it's not, it's not just going to, MicroStrategy stock is going to rise up with Bitcoin. And then when Bitcoin goes down, MicroStrategy stock's going to be okay and stay up here. Like, what the hell are you thinking? Of course it's not going to play out like that, right? So Bitcoin's going to start coming down. Companies like Strategy and stuff, the stocks are, their stock is going to start going down. The shareholders are going to start telling them, sell the Bitcoin. He's not going to have a choice, right? He may not want to. It's going to change his tune. So what you're going to hear is his conviction will stay the same, and he'll just say, well, we're just going to buy back in the bottom of the bear market. Our plan is to double up and buy even more and blah, 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 right? That's what's going to happen, guys. Meanwhile, he's telling people now not to take profits and not to sell. He's going to get people wrecked, man. He's going to get people wrecked. Here's the thing. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. A lot of people went broke not taking profits, though, right? So you can do whatever you want to do, but be careful, guys. Amazing coins. Also, remember, everyone hit the like and sub and join the Patreon if you want to learn the right way. Yes, absolutely, amazing coins. Absolutely. Oh, two. I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Did you rug pull anything anything yet, Rob? Just wondering if you feel super lucky next week. I'm feeling super, like my son says, super mega fireball lucky. Schiff is still betting on BTC crashing, and it is a long-term hold. Listen, I never sell my Bitcoin, guys. I want to be perfectly clear about that. I'm not selling my Bitcoin at the top. I sell my altcoins at the top, right? And then I buy more Bitcoin in the bear market, and I always continue to build my Bitcoin. So, but it is going into a bear market. Love your Michael Saylor voice. Jake the Snake, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered, oink, oink. Exactly. Right? Greed will sink you in this space. I'm telling you right now, when we start heading into a bear market, you never seen money leave a market so fast in your life. Okay? Could I take a look at the M2? Of course I could. Of course I could. What is the M2 doing today? First of all, let's change our candles back. There we go. Looking super fantastic. Just kind of sideways today. Just kind of sideways. So now look at this correlation. Isn't this amazing that we got this little dip, right? We got this little correction happening here after this leg up. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Yeah. Let me just adjust things here. Let me get adjusted. There we go. Very nice. Yes, you like it. You like it. M2 looks good. Looks healthy. This isn't the top for me, guys. This is definitely not the top for the M2. I think it makes another leg up. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that. But speaking of Peter Schiff. It is tweet out. Just had a, this was from 2017, right? 2017. This is why you can't listen to people like Peter Schiff. He said, it just had a client liquidate his entire IRA to put 100% of the proceeds into Bitcoin. What are the odds this turns out to be a wise move? This was in 2017. Turns out, Peter, it worked out pretty well, right? Right? This did not age well at all. Did not age well at all. All right. We already looked at Swiftcoin. JJ Big Dog. You're gonna have to rewind. You're gonna have to go back in the stream and look. We already pulled up the Swiftcoin chart. Love ripping on him on, yes, exactly. Check this out, guys. Powell's possible exit. Could the economy boom? JJ Big Dog, I just told you, man, we already looked at the Swiftcoin chart. You're going to have to go back in the stream to have a look at it, man. Robbie, crypto. How old were you when you started investing in crypto? That was three cycles ago, 2017. I was, geez, I don't know. I was young. I was probably my early 30s. What do we got? A leadership shakeup at the Fed. Speculation is swirling that Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell may be considering stepping down. While not officially confirmed, such a move could mark a turning point, in the U.S. economy's economic policy. Powell, who has led the central bank since 2018, has become a symbol of the Fed's aggressive interest rate hikes during the fight against inflation. His potential resignation is sparking a wave of optimism among investors and analysts who believe the leadership change might soften the Fed's hawkish stance, potentially easing financial conditions. If Powell resigns, his successor would face enormous pressure to balance inflation control with economic growth. Some believe the new chair might be more dovish, possibly signaling the end of aggressive rate hikes or even the beginning of cuts. Lower interest rates typically boost borrowing, spending, and investments, all key ingredients for economic growth. Market reactions are already signaling hope. Stocks ticked higher following the news, and crypto enthusiasts are especially bullish. A looser monetary policy environment could reignite the risk-on sentiment that drives crypto rallies. So why the markets might be cheering? Many in the financial world see Powell's departure as a potential green light for growth. After years of tightening monetary policy, the possibility of a Fed pivot has been widely anticipated. The idea that the new chair could bring a fresh, more flexible approach is fueling talk of an economic boom, especially in sectors battered by high borrowing costs. Still, nothing is certain until an official announcement is made and a successor is named. The markets are navigating speculation, but for now, the idea of Powell stepping down is enough to light a fire under investor sentiment. Now let's go have a look at risk on, shall we? How is risk on doing as a result? Well, we already looked at the total 2, right? And the total 2 says, let me just remove the M2 here. Total 2, boom, breakout to the upside over the 200-day, looking good. Let's go look at the Russell. What's the Russell say? All right, the Russell right now is above the 200-day as well. It broke above. A little bit of a pull today, but it looks like it's holding support where it peaked earlier. So if you don't know what the Russell is, guys, the Russell is small cap stocks, which represents an appetite for risk on assets. When the Russell pumps, usually altcoins pump, right? Because what? Risk on assets, right? So there you go. We broke above the 200-day, which is mega bullish. If you'll see, look what happened. Look what happened here. Hang on. Look what happened here when we broke above the Russell. We spiked up for risk on 34.95. Look at that run to the upside, right? Massive run to the upside when we broke above. We had these nice spikes whenever we break above, and then back here, look what happened back here. This was the previous bull run. This was the 2021 altcoin season. We broke above the Russell, and the 200-day on the Russell, and then boom, we went nuts, right? And here we are. We just broke above the Russell. The total 2 has broken above the 200-day, is broken out of the bull flag as well. So things are looking good for risk on assets. Liquidity, what's going on? To the moon we go, everyone. Forget the doubters. Been with you all this time, Rob, and not going anywhere. Widely excited. Yes, absolutely. We're going to go through that bear market together, man. I'm excited to build a fresh portfolio together as a community in the bear market. Like, I'm literally going to have my personal portfolio over on the Patreon, and you guys are going to watch me build it from scratch. JJ Big Dog, I have now told you 3 times that we already looked at the Swift coin chart. Go back in the stream and watch it. That's the 3rd time I've told you. All right, so what else do we have? What else do we have? All right, so Senator Rand Paul on issues with Mr. T's bill. It adds $500 billion in new spending and debt, so he's got a problem.
Delta rising this morning. Wow, up 7 points now, up almost 14%. Well, as you know, President Trump signed his big, beautiful bill into law nearly a week ago. Senator Rand Paul was one of 3 Republican senators that voted against it. Join us now is Senator Paul, and it's great to have you back on, Senator. We could talk about all these things. We'll talk about, last time we had a little back and forth about whether the president should help Israel and Iran. I want to ask you about that in a little while. But you made the point that a lot of that bill you were totally in support of in terms of extending the tax cuts and everything else. Were you in support of the what we were just talking about, the 100% depreciation as well?
Maybe one of the most important parts of the bill. I mean, you can target something you don't like or looks extravagant like a plane, but what about a bulldozer? What about a dump truck? There's a lot of capital expenditures that immediately expensing them is great for the economy. It allows people to more quickly get another dump truck or another bulldozer. So no, this is probably one of the most pro-growth, positive aspects of the tax bill. I supported it in 2017. It was going to go away. I'm glad it's remaining, and I'm glad it's permanent.
Because there's so many things you like. And I've been watching you for a long time. Everybody has been watching Senator Rand Paul for a long time. If there's something in there that you're just philosophically against, you're not gonna bend. You're not gonna, they can whip you all they want, and you can get calls, and you're just not gonna move. What was it in this bill that was just a no-go, no matter what?
They talked to me through the night, and you saw me come out of a closeted room with blood dripping out of one ear. They almost had me. But no, the biggest deal for me was that it added about $500 to $600 billion in new spending, that the projections, even the rosiest of projections, will that it be in the first 5 years, it will add about $500 billion to the debt. And really next year, the most important and the most predictable, it adds about $270 billion to the debt. In addition, they raised the debt ceiling $5 trillion. This has never been done. This is historically the largest increase in the debt ceiling. And people will argue, well, it's got to go up, it's got to go up. But when you raise it $5 trillion, you sort of set the limit so high that it goes onto the back burner. And people say, oh, well, whatever, we'll talk about it in 2 years. And I really think the opposite. But when they negotiated with me, people say, oh, he'll never bend, he'll never compromise. I told them that morning, and there was a negotiation. It was either give the senator from Alaska more carve-outs and more freebies, expensing lunches for whale captains, all the kind of stuff they stuck in the bill, or they would have had to do a shorter debt ceiling. And I told them I'd do 3 months of debt ceiling, about $500 billion, which is a big compromise from my point of view. But then they'd have to vote again. They say, oh, we don't want to vote all the time. And I said, well, that's exactly what you need. You need a shorter leash because you haven't shown that you're responsible with money. You actually need to have a short leash where we discuss this every 3 months, and the American people can say, well, how well are they doing now? Have they improved their behavior? Are they getting better with money, or are they getting worse?
Senator Paul, I'm just curious, when people come out and when lawmakers come out and are pushing for more responsible approach to the people's money, to the finances of the nation, and then they turn around and they put special projects in for their districts. Is it real? Is that something that it's because it matters so much? Is it just politics? I'm always confused by how, on one hand, you can say, I want to balance the budget, I want to tackle the deficit, and then go and put in your own specialty projects for your district.
So one of the disappointing things was, special tax expensing for Alaskan whale captains, but also what was put into there was a reform on food stamps. And if you have a fraud rate greater than 6%, your state would have to pay more of your share of food stamps. And it applies to everyone now except for Alaska. The fraud rate in Alaska, 60%. But Alaska is now exempt from any kind of rules to try to reform the system to make their fraud rate less. So that's what kind of happened. It was a negotiation back and forth between them wanting to come to what I was asking for, which wasn't anything special for one state or one person. What I was asking for is more attention to be paid to the debt and to the debt ceiling. Right. And what other people wanted were special carve-outs.
They had to get
special
you or
carve-outs.
Wow, 60% fraud, and y'all Alaskans are wilding over there. Holy smokes. Booming. Hey, Rob, how do you feel about Nadix lately? Still confident? Oh, yeah. Mega confident in Nadix. By the end of August, let me actually look at Nadix chart. Okay, let me just pull this up here. Hang on a second. Nadix. Okay. Yeah, Nadix is literally just breaking out right now. Nadix chart looks almost exactly, the current structure is just like Swiftcoin's chart. Just breaking out of this falling wedge. The breakout on this is going to be a nice move to the upside here. Let's say from the top to where it started. I mean, you're going to have a nice breakout. You're probably going to be up somewhere around 202. So your run is probably from where we are right now. You're probably looking at somewhere around 110% run to the upside in the near term, Boomin, for the next leg up. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, very, very bullish on Nadix for sure. It's good. It's still a good price to be buying, to be honest with you. For real, God wills it. Absolutely. Just bought some more Jasmine. There you go. All right, guys, listen, I got to get over to the Patreon. I got a mentorship coaching call I got to do. If you want to book yourself into one, guys, you need help, you need guidance, you need assistance, get over to the Patreon. The link is down below. It's in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. I will be releasing today's video as well for the daily altcoin picks. If you're looking for new projects or great microcap gems, get over there, get into the projects early, guys. And so much more. You want to learn? Now is the time to learn how to navigate this space properly, guys. Right? If you don't know how, if you don't have an exit strategy in place, if you don't know how to take profits and roll profits in other projects, now is the time to learn. You are just getting ready for the next 5 months of upside. And if you don't have a plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, guys. The link is down below. Like I said before, click like if you like this video, click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.